Devlog, stardate October 9th, 2018. So, I've chosen a code name for this project. I haven't chosen an official name of what I will release it under officially, but in the meantime, so I have something to call it. I figured I'd call it a Renegade. So if you see Renegade Dev Blog, it's not so much that the dev blog is absolutely crazy, it's just the code name I'll be using for the time being. This is the first one, and I've kind of mentioned what I want to make in the past on various forums and stuff, but I'll repeat it here since, you know, some of you watching this probably haven't read that stuff. But the idea eventually will be kind of a mix of a 2D shooter, which that's what I've mainly been working on the systems for that lately, of the player control and whatnot. And I also want to have kind of an aspect where you can also go into like an RTS mode and basically place down buildings, and there'll be an army that gets spawned, and they'll just kind of, it'll be kind of like a wave assistance type thing, sort of like if you're into MOBAs. But this is going to be more either single player. I would like to maybe eventually do a co-op sort of thing, but I'm trying to keep things simple so that I actually finish the project. So for now, it's just the single player is the what I'm going for, just so I can actually finish it. Also, I'm going for 3 different heroes you'll be able to switch between, and probably going to have some shared abilities and whatnot, but when I got more to show off on that stuff, I will. They'll probably have like 2 shared abilities and 1 unique ability each. Anyways, so what I got so far is these health bars, by the way, on the enemy. These are my little mock-ups. If you can't tell what art is mine, these tiles here were actually gotten for free on the Unity store. But these arrow dudes were my own artwork, as were these sandbags. I know many people like sandbags. A lot of people who currently subscribe to my channel are also fans of Jay Barino. He loves sandbags. But a lot of art I'll probably just leave till towards the very end of development and just keep it simple for now. But as I was saying, these health bars, getting them right took forever. Took like most of the day yesterday. I also did the player health bar too, which right now there's nothing to hurt my player, which will show it going down, but it works correctly. I tested that, so don't worry, you guys. Just take my word for it. Not that you're invested or anything. But these health bars, when these guys would rotate, when I first did it, the health bars would rotate too. And then I had to search like forums all day on how to get it to work. And some people would say to like counteract the rotating, and that just ended up doing a funny motion where they'd rotate kind of wibbly wobbly like that. It just looked ridiculous. But eventually I kind of figured out where I could just create a unique game object, and then the health bar and this unit were a part of it. So when I rotate that way, I could just choose to rotate the sprite that was under that, and that way I wouldn't have to rotate the health bar as well. It's pretty nuts. But yeah, so I got the enemies. All they do right now is rotate in a circle. They don't do much. AI will be a fun thing. I've been reading about this. It's called like the A-star algorithm or something like that, which is like a pathfinding thing. So hopefully I'll eventually be able to implement that. AI in general is probably going to be a ton of work. But yeah, I got this sandbag, which are kind of cool. You can place them down yourself, and right now there's no cooldown, so I can just place a ton of them, but eventually I'll implement a cooldown. So you'll see you actually shoot over them as long as you're pretty close to them. So it's like a cover system, but when you get far enough away, they'll hit the sandbag. And that's kind of my way of doing cover. And originally, I had my units collide with them, but now I just have it so that they kind of slow you down so you can essentially walk over them, and that should make pathfinding a little easier to deal with, and also the player will be less likely to get themselves stuck in a corner like this if they can't get past the sandbag. So that's kind of why I did that. The other thing is, one thing I want to do is kind of have some different terrain do different stuff. Like right now, the water slows you down when you walk through it, and at some point I also want to implement it once I've got the enemies doing more stuff. Is I kind of want to make it a bit like Advance Wars, where if you're in water you're sort of in worse cover than if you're on grass, so you'll take more damage if you get hit while you're in water. But yeah, at some point I might implement some tanks or something, and they probably won't be allowed to even go in water. But I'll probably have to learn a little bit more about collision, where I can make tanks and water collide, but not the player. I don't know if there's too much else I've done in it. I've been working on it a fair amount. Got the shooter thing, and this is probably about how one of the hero characters will shoot, and I'll probably make, I'm thinking, like a shotgun guy who tries to get into close range, and his unique ability will probably do something with speeding his movement speed up. Thinking of this guy, maybe you could have a grenade or something, and they'd probably, I guess I'd give them all the shared ability, because I was thinking maybe I'd give them each, you know, their shooting ability and then 3 abilities. But again, this is an early project I'm doing. I don't want to make things too crazy to where I don't finish them, so they're probably going to share the sandbag ability instead of having 3 unique abilities. And then I was thinking like having them share like a rocket ability too, to do some area damage, and maybe if I do implement tanks as a type of enemy, they could do bonus damage to them. So we got the shotgunner, this guy, yeah, like I said, probably shoot and maybe a grenade or something. The shotgunner would have a spread of shots that wouldn't travel quite as far, but it'd do a whole bunch at once. And then I was thinking maybe like a sniper who the camera would zoom out a bit when they use their special ability, and they'd be able to shoot a lot farther, but they'd move a lot slower when they were using their secondary ability. Maybe if you hold it for long enough, you get some armor piercing or extra damage or something. Oh, this little thing right here, I don't think I've mentioned it yet, is I've been watching this YouTube channel called Brackies quite a bit, which does a ton of Unity tutorials. Which, by the way, I've been wondering if I should do one on this health bar, because I had to work on 2 different tutorials plus a lot of trial and error to get that to work right. But anyways, he had a tutorial on how to do power-ups, so I just went ahead and made one. I don't know if I'll keep this into the game, but you see this one changes your attack speed, so if I go here I'll shoot a lot faster. And I don't know how much, if I'm gonna keep power-ups or not at all. I would like to have like a out of mission upgrade system though, where you can upgrade various aspects of the hero and whatnot, the different heroes. But yeah, I guess I could do I'm thinking I don't really want ammo pickups, because I'll probably just have unlimited ammo, and then basically your health will only regenerate when your hero's not out on the field is what I'll probably do. So it'll kind of give the player a reason to switch between heroes if they get low health, or if they die they'll just automatically have to switch, and then they'll heal up slower if they die, rather than if you do it go back manually early before they get to 0 health. But yeah, that's kind of what I got so far. I got these walls working on the tile map system, which is kind of cool. Got different kind of tiles that slow me down when I enter them, which is neat. But yeah, that's pretty much what I got so far. I hopefully can do maybe some more dev blogs in the future. It'd be nice if as long as I get enough work done so I have new stuff to actually show, it'd be nice to maybe do one at least once a month. So that'd be cool. But yeah, that's what I'm working on so far. So hopefully when I got things a lot more closer, I don't know how the heck long development is gonna take. It could be a year, it could be 6 months, who the heck knows. It's all about how much free time you can muster up and whatnot, how you can keep yourself from going crazy. Those health bars, particularly on the enemies, I was nearly going crazy. Huh, that's interesting. I'm getting it to collide on myself. I'm probably gonna do something where I haven't implemented it yet, but where you can't do friendly fire. I'll probably do that so that bullets don't collide with friendlies or yourself. Do the same with the enemy bullets, but yeah, it's not implemented yet. The enemies don't even shoot bullets yet. It's probably if you want easy mode of this game, I guess I could release it now and you'll just win immediately. Yeah, so that's where things are. Hope you guys enjoy this when it eventually comes out. Again, it could be anywhere, could be a year, I don't know. I hope, my goal is to get it done within a year and not be any longer than that. Cause again, it's my first thing, my first like solo game before, you know, I made StarCraft 2 maps, which were a lot of fun, and I hope this will be too. It's a bit like my Stukov maps in a way. At least that's kind of the plan, with a little more of the RTS, in that you do a little bit of base building. You maybe haven't quite decided how the buildings are work, but they're gonna auto spawn units, and I haven't decided if, like, maybe say there's a barracks or a tent type unit, if you're gonna just choose like various types of soldiers that spawn from it, or maybe only one per type. Maybe there's types of tents, I don't know, and then maybe there's like a war factory that can spit out a tank every once in a while. I haven't quite decided on all those details yet, but again, right now I've just been focusing on the 2D shooter part, just trying to get all those systems to work. So it's definitely a lot of fun. It's a big learning experience. Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you're supportive in the future, and again, when I have something to actually play, that you guys check it out and tell your friends. So, and let me know if you think I should, if any of you are also Unity developers, if I should try and do a tutorial on how I finally got those enemy health bars to work. Though my way is probably not the best, because again, I'm very new to this. I'm actually pretty new to programming in general, so I'm probably not the most efficient, but I know one of the tutorials I was using to make this, people were commenting on brackies about how it was performance wise pretty inefficient, but I don't know if that'll matter or not on mine. I mean, right now I'm getting over 600 frames a second according to my recording software, so maybe because it's 2D, maybe I won't even have to worry that much about performance, whereas someone doing something with 3D and a lot of detail probably has to worry about that a bit more. Alright. I probably said thanks for watching a few times now, I feel like, before I had more subjects to talk about, but this is the real thanks for watching if you made it this far. So yeah, thanks. Bye.